Hi guys. Ooh, sorry, let me share my screen. All right, there we go. Okay, so this is my exhibit on Alfred Hitchcock and his work. It was really fun. I really liked this because it was fun playing with the suspense. Very creative and a different way to experience cinema and audio. As well as just his plots. It was pretty cool. So I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, perfect. So the two design experiences I chose for this were storytelling and entry points, because I felt that storytelling played along really well with Alfred Hitchcock, and his work and being able to set him up as our main character through each booth. And then entry points, as with each experience in each booth, I wanted to make sure that there was a visual cue, so that there wasn't have to be like a sign saying that this is what is the next exhibit, and this is how you experience it. It's just you're going to know as you go through each exhibit. So here's my mood board. I really wanted to demonstrate the quirkiness of Hitchcock as well as incorporate some of his older posters and things like that, visuals. I also really enjoyed these exhibits and wanted to incorporate the screens, the use of screens, and then the use of vertical space as well, not just horizontal. Especially with being in a smaller room, you want to incorporate a lot more of the space that's up top that you wouldn't normally be able to. So I really liked the idea of hanging screens and things like that, being smart about how you design a room. And then here are my color schemes and my typography. So this is kind of like the basic layout of what it would look like. On this side, I would have this is where you listen to the audio. That's our first booth. Second booth would be for movie, and then third booth would be for like props and things like that. And I'll get a little bit more in depth as we go. Okay, so this is our first booth. I really wanted to incorporate hanging screens and have those screens vary in size as they go down from smallest to biggest. I want the audience to stand about here because there's going to be surround sound. There's also going to be a table, so the audience will go up and be able to choose which soundtrack that they want to listen to. And then with that soundtrack, there's going to be visuals that accompany that. So they're going to be able to experience audio in a whole new visual way. And it's also going to help transport the audience into a new space. So no longer are they in their present day, they're now being transported back into the 1920s, into one of Hitchcock's films. And then this is our second booth. This is a like replica of an old theater. Right here would be a seating hostess that's in the old outfits. I would show you where to go. Right here, I wanted to incorporate a place for beverages and food. But I didn't want that to be the main focus, so hence why they're on the back wall. And then here are these sofas and chairs. I wanted the chairs to swivel so that people, if there's a large group, they can talk to them as well, still see the screen, which the screen is going to be right here. It's going to be our main focus in the room. And once the audience sits down, they'll be able to flick through channels, which is really just our screen, our kiosk, and learn about Alfred Hitchcock and his life, his work, and how he has influenced the industry today. Those are my sketches for the screens. And then our last exhibit would be a walkthrough of props. This is where I want the audience to start looking at things in a new perspective. Even though they can't interact physically with these objects, they can look at them in a different perspective. So I want them to be able to walk around each of them and look at that in a new light. And as well as when they're winding through this exhibit, they're starting to come back to reality, but they come away with a new perspective, which is what I really wanted in this overall experience, was so that your audience begins with a certain perspective, a certain understanding of Hitchcock and his work, but as they go through the exhibits and they come back around, they leave with a new perspective. So that was something that I really wanted to incorporate. And yeah, there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed and have a nice summer. Bye.